feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now.
Hi everyone, welcome. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. If you're my previous subscribers, welcome my little astronauts. So for today's video, we're going to be covering, again, a brand new update on the next California governor. And if you haven't already checked out my previous updates, reading on the California governorship, please check in the description below. I will have them listed there for you, along with the timestamp below. So, let's begin into it. I'm so sorry I haven't uploaded. I haven't felt a lot of energetic, so I want to take a little 1 week break, and I am back. So I am back on the channel, so thank you. This is being live streamed on September 8th, 2021 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are about 6 days away until the governorship, so if you guys have not already voted in California, please vote. Your vote counts. It is extremely important. We're going to do a little recap of what last video was. We'll do that as well. If you guys are interested in booking a reading with me, just check the description below. Everything will be listed there for you. And here are some quick disclaimers that you can see on your screen right now. Please keep in mind these just for entertainment purposes only. An outcome is not decided until you guys are the one who decided. It's just a plausible outcome based on today's current energy. That could very well change on election day. And so if you have not already checked out my previous readings on the California governorship, you may have remembered that I have recently read on it, and I saw that there was going to be a woman in replacement. And that time I was covering Caitlyn Jenner, who was dipping her toes into the governorship of California. And I kept seeing a woman in almost every reading. And I don't understand why. It could be just a male person who has feminine persona to them, or feminine energy. It doesn't necessarily mean it will be a particular female. And so we're going to take a nice look at that as well. We have a couple of readings today we're going to look at. We're going to do 3 cards for Gavin Newsom Future. We're going to take a look at Gavin Newsom Future. We're going to take 3 cards for California's governor and their future. So the next governor of California, unless it's Gavin Newsom. We're going to ask, will the Senate flip red between 2022? And the reason why I ask this is very important, because just say California's governor goes Republican, right? Well, that means Dianne Feinstein, who I believe is the oldest senator in the union as of right now in the Senate. She's currently, I think, 88. Don't hold me to it. That's just an estimate. That if she dies, resigns, or passes away within the time of the Republican governor, they can replace a Republican senator to California, a non-representative who was never elected in the first place. So, and that could easily tip the balance in favor of the Republican. We'll also be taking a look at whether or not Newsom will be recalled, and whether or not the next governor of California will be a Democrat or Republican. And if you have any last-minute question, please let me know in the comment section below. If you want me to make one more video, the final prediction video for California, I can more than happy to do that right before September 14th, which is the day of election day in California. So let's take a look. Let's get started. Hi, Clarence. Hi, Seth Kim. Love you guys. Thank you all so much for coming. So let's start doing the reading now. I don't want to waste your time. All right, let me cleanse these cards quickly. Cleanse the cards of any negative energy. Cleanse the cards of any negative energy. All right, perfect. All right, Spirit Angel, tell me, please give me 3 cards for Gavin Newsom Future. His future. Will he be governor of California? Just show me his future. Show me 3. Possible outcome based on current energies. Where is he currently heading right now? Where is Gavin Newsom heading? Okay, 1. Okay. Final outcome card. Where is his future heading overall in terms of the current energies as of today? Okay, well, that's too many cards, so we're just going to take the one that's over, and these will be used as clarifiers. All right, so let's take a look. Interesting. So we have here in the past, we have the 4 of Cups. He had a lot of hardship, I feel like, growing up. Hi, Doris, what's up, love? It feels like Gavin Newsom. I don't know Gavin Newsom, please. I just want to keep that in mind. I don't know Gavin Newsom. I don't know him personally. But it feels like as if he had a lot of struggle and hardship growing up, particularly around his career. So potentially being a politician had a lot of setbacks, so to speak, is what I'm seeing here. That there's a lot more headache to him, a lot more problem that he had to encounter. And so this is just one of the many. But he never really thought that the Republicans would get this far into recalling him. However, we have here the devil, which just means that they're trying to contain him, even though he was a rightfully elected governor. It feels as if the Republican Party wants to contain him and control Gavin Newsom so that they can put their people in power, because their goal here is to have both two Republican senators along with a Republican governor. So the goals of the Republican Party here feels like they want to dominate in California. And I'm really seeing this not only in on the Senate level and the national level, but also talking about the state Senate and the state assembly. So it does feel like they want to dominate and be able to gerrymander the state in favor of the Republican Party. And it does feel like that here already. We have here in terms of the future, though, we have the Nine of Wands. And this is reversed. And this is interesting because what this is telling me, no, this is scandal. But in this case, it's telling me that whatever they throw at him is going to bounce off him. Right? It's going to bounce off him. Which is very interesting because that's a little different than what we got the last time. So it does feel like a lot of the scandal and what they throw at him is starting to bounce off, particularly because of the Republican trying to put somebody else in position to power. We have here clarifiers for the card. Is that election day. A lot of you guys know this is my election card. People making a decision, a choice between two particular candidates. It feels like in some way or some form that they knew that the voters going in knew that this was planned against him. Hi, Peggy. What's up, love? We have here as well as we have the Page of Cups reversed. And this is interesting because the Democrats are down, which is reversed. Now, this is a new Democrat. So I don't feel like the state of California is going to have a new Democrat. And by new Democrat, I mean that Gavin Newsom is more likely to be the Democrat. It will not be replaced by another Democrat, which I think is actually Kevin Patrick, which I believe his name is. Don't quote me on that. But it does feel like as if the only Democrat that could really win in the state of California as of right now would be Gavin Newsom. However, we do have here the Two of Wands. The good part about the California election is that there is no state interference. There is no sort of gerrymander. It doesn't feel like as if there's like some sort of restriction on voting, and therefore that would be in favor of the Democratic Party, and that would be very detrimental for the Republican as white people are smaller margin than the majority in the state of California. We have here as well, we have the Three of Swords. I feel like they're going to try the hardest, and I feel like if anything, either Gavin Newsom is going to get below 3% and win, or he is going to win by bigger than 3%. And so that is the future of Gavin Newsom as an individual, not as the governor. We'll take a look at it as a governor in a moment. But I want to quickly pull up some things just to kind of walk back a little bit. Now that you know what Gavin Newsom's future is, let's take a look back at what I said previously. So let's take a look. So I collected some data and I capitulated them and made a statistical standpoint. So this data was created on August 17, 2021. I took data from 2020 election results and capitulated on the what-if scenario. What are the possibilities of California having a Republican and a Democratic senator? And so here's the result. So I kind of quickly explained to you, and I'll read it to you right now. I am delighted to release the statistic that I gather on California's recall election chances. Removal voters are 16% more enthusiastic about voting than those to keep Gavin Newsom in office. In a hypothetical mashup using the 2020 election vote data, an enthusiasm gap between yes for removal and no for keep. We are able to create two hypothetical mashups by adding 16% increased turnout for removal and a 16% decrease for those voting to keep. And you can kind of see the two hypothetical mashups right here. So in this hypothetical mashup, by adding 60% increased turnout for removal and 16% decrease for those voting to keep, you can clearly see that the race is very close. But obviously, if you have looked at the polling data at some point in August, the voting data will almost split. And you can kind of see the popular vote. I took the data from the most recent presidential election and I capitulated and gave you this result. Now, what happens if more Democrats vote in favor of keeping Gavin Newsom in office? Those 16% increase only hurts the Republicans, right? So in this case, in this hypothetical mashup, by adding 16% increased turnout for removal and a 16% decrease for those voting to keep. But they choose not to vote. You can see the margins a lot wider for now. And pay attention to the polls right now. We have people voting for yes for removal to be 42.7%, and people voting to keep Gavin Newsom in office with 57.3%. And so I'm going to show you the actual data right now, currently today. Now, remember when this data was taken and when I pixelated it and created two hypothetical scenarios, let's take a look at what the data shows today, and it's almost identical to the second hypothetical. So you can see here as well. Oh, sorry, wrong one. I gotta pull up. So if you look here right now, right, this is the hypothetical. So at the point of when I made the video, when I made that data was, I think, August 17th. So let's go to here. August 17th, it was 1.2%. So Gavin Newsom, in terms of being kept in office, was 1.2. So obviously, you see, he still had that. It's within the margin of error that I have found. But as time went on, closer to election day, Gavin Newsom went up to 54%, 54.3%, to removal 52.0%, which is almost on par with what I said in my data back in August 17th. So as of right now, it looks like Gavin Newsom will be staying in office based on my statistical data. This has nothing to do with tarot. My tarot cards have been telling me something differently. But today, as of right now, it's telling me that he's more likely than not to stay in office. But let's take a look and kind of see where the California governorship is heading. So right now, we're going to take 3 cards from the California governor's future. So let's take a look at the governor of California and what their future is. Just as overall, who will be the next governor? Will there be any sort of rules or regulation? We'll be able to tell if it's a Republican or a Democrat. Yeah, you're right, Kay. He is related a little bit to Nancy Pelosi. I don't know him directly. I think you are Californian, I believe. So I can't comment on that particularly, as I don't really know him. I like Newsom. He's cute. Anyway, sorry, that's not related. But anyway, let's take a look. Let's do 3 cards for California's governor's future. Spirit Angel, tell me, please give me 3 cards for California's governor's future. Okay, we have election day. We have the card again. Okay. We have the 2 decision cards. We have the 2 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords, which is both election day cards. Okay, we have victory here. So there's going to be a winner. There is going to be a winner on election day for California's governor, and he's going to win the election come 2022. All right, so it's interesting because we have 1 major arcana here. We had the Hanged Man, which is Gavin Newsom in the past, right? So what this is telling me here that the governor in the past hasn't done as good of a job according to what the tarot cards are telling me, and that therefore he's being hung upside down. Although he's very bright and has a very genius mind and very strongly intelligent, he had made some sort of mishap that's put him in a very bad situation, so to speak. However, in the center here, because of that bad mistake or bad decision, he is now trying to save his political future, political career. And you can kind of see here as well is that there is a decision that it can go either way. Now, this is my election night card, which is very interesting because we're actually in election day, election week, so to speak, up until election day, which is September 14th. So if you have not voted, go vote. And we also have here, there will be a victor. I think this victor will win by 6%, up to 60%. So I am seeing that this victor will either win by 6% in either the removal part, where it's like Larry Elder may win by 6%, or it could be Gavin Newsom will either win by 60% all the way to 60%. So it is a pretty big margin for whoever this governor is. Who is this? Let's just kind of see. Let's get an energy. So we have here judgment. So the people have called and they have made their final decision. And who is the winner? Can you tell me? Am I allowed to know who the winner is? Okay, so this card came out for Gavin Newsom, and it came out in this path of a vote. So what this is telling me, most likely Gavin Newsom. This is the first time ever since I have read on this since, I think, February. The first time ever that Gavin Newsom was actually put here as the victor. Now, this is just a hypothetical with the current energy. The first time ever that a Republican doesn't come out as the victor. So it looks like the energy has clearly changed in California. And as of right now, Newsom, it will be looking as if he's on track to stay the governor of California. but let's take a more deeper look. Let's see, will the Senate flip Republican before 2022? And if you have to top them now, I mentioned this previously because if the Republican governor is in office in the state of California and Dianne Feinstein refuses to step down or resigns or unfortunately passes away because she is the oldest senator in the union or in the Senate, she can tip the balance of power to the Republican. So let's just take a quick look at that as well. Then we're going to take a look at specifically Newsom, whether or not he's going to be recalled. And then we're going to finish off whether or not the next governor of California will be a Democrat or Republican. All right. So Spears saying, so Tommy, will the Senate, the United States Senate flip Republican before 2022? So excuse me. Spears saying, so Tommy, will the United States Senate flip Republican before 2022? Will it flip Republican before 2022? Okay. 3 cards only. Okay. Final outcome card. Nope. It's gonna say Democrat. So it looks like right now it feels like the person who's gonna replace Chuck Schumer eventually when he steps down or refuses will be a woman. I do see a woman in replacement for Chuck Schumer in the Senate as the majority leader or minority leader. However, we have the Ace of Wands here reversed. The Republicans had the opportunity, had their chance. However, with the new energy going into California, we have here the King of Wands. This is my Republican card, conservatorship. It was reversed, and not with the card that comes in the middle. As of right now, the Republicans are not doing well in the state of California, and therefore, because of that, it feels like that the energy in the Senate will stay Democratic. And because of that, we have the Queen of Cups here, and then we also have the strength. The strength of the Democratic Party will be stronger, and this will give Joe Biden a head start on whatever policies he's doing. It almost feels like this will be a determining factor on the way the 2022 midterms are heading. So if the Democrats win in California, that's good news for the Democrats going to 2022. If they don't, then that's bad news. All right. So now we know the Senate is actually going to go Democratic, and it's going to stay Democrat until 2022, which is the midterm election next year. All right, let's take a look. Will Gavin Newsom be recalled? So Spears saying, so tell me, will Gavin Newsom be recalled? Okay, so we have here the Queen of Cups. Reverse. Well, sideways. The Tower card, reverse. One more card. Final outcome card. Okay. So it's funny how we have 2 major arcanas here. We have the Queen of Cups, the Democratic ability to be able to come out and be able to motivate voters. Not only they're not going to disrupt Gavin Newsom from being a Democratic governor or being kept in office, will be the fact that Democrats have gotten lazy and chose not to vote. However, this is reversed, which is the Tower card. And this is interesting because this tells me this is an upset, but it's reversed and not challenged by the Queen of Cups. The upset would normally be Larry Elder or a Republican, but in this case, it feels like because of the Democratic strength in the state of California, it will be what stays Gavin Newsom, right? We have here is no, Gavin Newsom will not be recalled, and this is the Temperance card reverse. So no, I don't see a Republican governor. Nope. He will not be able to defeat the incumbent. Now, a lot of you guys know he's taking a knife and shoving the incumbent. No, I see as of right now, because this is a massive change from the energies from the last time I read this 2 weeks ago. It seems to be that Gavin Newsom is on par in terms energetically. He will stay governor. All right, let's see. The final question today. Will the next governor be a Democrat or Republican? Now, before we ask the question, I do want to let you guys know I am going live again right after this. We're going to talk about the abortion issues on about the Supreme Court in Texas and whether or not the future of Roe versus Wade. So if you want, hop on after this video. I just got to make a few in-depth cards with these justices, then I'll be on live. So just hop on, hit reminder, just kind of stay in because I'm going to hop in right away, like once I'm done. All right, let's do this. Will the next governor be a Democrat or Republican in California? Will Gavin Newsom we obviously know Gavin Newsom is going to keep a job. So Gavin Newsom is the Democrat in this case of who will be the next governor of California, or will Gavin Newsom keep a job? All right. So it's interesting because we have the Republican Party come out first, right? Republican women, right? But then we have here the King of Cups, turbulence, which is the Democrat card, right? Well, it's not turbulent, but I just look at the water and it says turbulent. But we have the Page of Wands reverse. No, I don't see a new leader. It feels like Gavin Newsom is going to stay in office. And this will be us watching on election night. I feel like there's 3 possibilities, but we stay with the one that we're used to, the one that we're comfortable with. So as of right now, what I see here is that Gavin Newsom will maintain being the governor of California. So he will win. Now that is a massive change from the last time I read on it since February of this year. So that is a big energetic shift. So yeah, please give this video a thumbs up if you do like it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you and hope you have a very beautiful night. Bye.